Hlahawiam, ukuk video, kop kanoi tilkam hlaska tiki chako kamtaks wawa Chinook. So hello everybody, this is a video for anybody who wants to learn how to speak Chinook Jargon, also known as Chinook Wawa, the most British Columbian and therefore one of the best of languages to learn. So it's going to go over how to use my Anki flashcard deck to make that whole process much quicker. So to get it, first you'll go to Google and you'll just do a quick search for Anki Web Get Shared Decks. So your first result is going to be right here, Shared Decks, Anki Web. Click that. It will take you to this right here. You can do it without logging in. I am logged in, but if you aren't logged in, there's a limit on searches you can do. So as you can see, there are many languages available. However, what concerns us, of course, is Chinook. So we'll type that in the search bar. We will click this right here, Chinook Jargon / Chinook Wawa. You won't have this because you are not me, but there's a description, there are some instructions there, so if you read through them, it will teach you that this deck is designed to go with Dr. David Robertson's Teach Yourself Chinook course, which I strongly recommend. So let's just open that link right now. And look at that. So, oh, it comes with audio now. That's fantastic. So I recommend downloading the complete 10 lessons plans. It's 161 pages in PDF, but let's just show you how that works. So we can open that up right now. And here it is. So obviously we don't study things with flashcards until we have learned them first. So you will download this, start working your way through the lessons, reading everything, not doing what I'm doing now. Read it all, and then we get down to lesson 1. So you will get through lesson 1, doing all the exercises, learning all the knowledge therein. And once you have finished that, right before you hit up lesson 2, you will close that, go to here, click this big blue button to download the deck, and of course you will then open up Anki on your computer, which you should have installed. You're all smart people, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out, and if you can't, that's okay, there's plenty of tutorials for that. I can't recommend Anki enough. As you can see, I use it for many things. So in order to import the cards that you will have just downloaded by clicking the big blue button, you'll just go File, Import, and you'll go to wherever you store wherever you downloaded it to, usually your download folder or however you have your computer set up. Double click that or click that and hit open, and that will open it up for you. So once you've done that, you will have a deck in here. If this is your first time using Anki, it will be the only deck. It will be Chinook Jargon / Chinook Wawa, or Chinook Jargon Chinook Wawa. I'm not exactly sure how it comes up, but it'll say something to that effect. So I already have one, the one I created obviously, so it's right here. It does not have anything new, learn, or do because I did my studies today. So once you have done that, you will hit this button down here, Create Deck. We will name it something like My Chinook Jargon Study Deck. Okay, now that we've created that deck, we are able to move cards from the Chinook Jargon deck that you downloaded off the Anki Web website, and we'll be able to move them using the tag feature into your Chinook Jargon study deck. So basically, why are we doing this? Because if you just started trying to memory slam all that vocabulary, all those rules before you've actually learned them in the course, it's much less effective. So you kind of want to bring in the cards bit by bit as you work your way through that course. So to do that, we just hit up here, Browse. And we can actually use the tag feature to move cards cards around. So if we look right now, or if we look right here, we can see numbered lessons, starting with lesson 1. Lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up. So, I mean, obviously, if you're not me, you'll have a lot fewer tags available. If this is your first time using Anki, you'll only have about 12 because you'll only have the one deck in there. So we'll click on lesson 1 tag, and that will populate this list. These are all of the cards in lesson 1. So what we do now is we select one, then we hold down shift, and we just bulk select them all, or maybe we can go select all. Oh, okay, we can just go Control A to select all, and then we can go right click on them, because remember, when you download them, they're in that deck you downloaded that has 1,400 cards for all the lessons plus extras, but you just want them in your study deck from which you're actually going to study. So to do that, we go on the left-hand panel when we're in the browse mode, which you get to from this button up here over which I'm hovering my cursor. We go to the left side panel, we scroll down until we see tags right here, and we'll have all these different tags, and you're going to click lesson 1. You're going to Control A to bulk select all the cards in the lesson 1 tag. Then you will right click and hit change deck. And of course you're going to change it to my Chinook Jargon study deck. So you're going to select that and then just hit move cards. It won't look like anything happened, but you can see down here it said 45 cards updated. So now you will have in your Chinook Jargon study deck, you will have 45 cards. And because you are not me and have not done this before, it will say right here under new, it's going to have 45. And under learn, it'll be based on what you've set, how you've set it up, like your actual Anki settings. But it could be as high as 45 if you just sky's the limit or trying to assimilate as much knowledge as quickly as possible. So then if you go here back to browse, you'll be able to scroll down. You can also do this by deck. So if we click my Chinook Jargon study deck, it will then be populated with all of the lesson 1 cards that you moved into that deck from the one that you downloaded. And then of course to study, you can just go and watch or read a quick tutorial on how most effectively to use Anki. There's many people who have made many tutorials and probably much more effectively than I could at this time. And of course you'll just click down here. There is usually a button for study. Oh, you just hit the deck you are trying to study, which in your case will be the My Chinook Jargon study deck. Click that, and then there will generally be a big button right here that will say study or study now, and that will get you off to the races. But of course, as it says on the in the kind of show notes for the Anki deck itself on Anki Web, it states that I strongly recommend that you get this on your phone. If you are an iPhone user, the app is 25 bucks, I believe. If you are an Android user, it's free. I would happily pay 25 bucks for this app though. It is a steal at that price, and it'll save you hours and hours and hours of study. So yeah, everybody, that's pretty much it. That is how you can use this Anki deck most efficiently by pairing it with Dr. David Robertson's Teach Yourself Northern Chinook Jargon course, and just kind of moving those cards over from the downloaded deck into your personal deck, your personal study deck bit by bit. And then of course, once you have finished moving them all over from the lesson plan, there are a whole bunch of cards that are labeled other vocabulary and other grammar that you'll want to put in after that. And that's just a great way of adding some more knowledge into your head. And also, just a really quick note here, we also have a tag for somewhere here, Chinook Paper. So Chinook Paper has its own its own tag. I don't think it's actually worked into the lessons because I decided to learn it after I'd completed Dr. Robertson's fantastic course. But of course, your mileage may vary. You can do it however you want, right? And as you can see, it actually has image files for all the different symbols. And of course, they also go both ways so that you can facilitate learning both your active and passive recall on that. And also, in addition to the Chinook Peba, I believe I have a pronunciation tag, which just teaches one how to pronounce things in Dr. David Robertson's BC Learner's Alphabet for learning Chinook Jargon, which is actually a pretty cleverly devised system. I really like it. And all these cards use it because it's easy for one to enter on a standard keyboard. And most of the descriptions of the sounds here are just taken right out of his Teach Yourself Chinook Jargon course. And you may want to front load these cards, like move them over first, at either the same time or even before potentially the lesson one cards, just because then you'll be able to try to pronounce things correctly from day one. So that is pretty much it, everybody, and happy learning Chinook. I hope you all have a great time doing so, and I look forward to speaking to you in Chinook Jargon. Hlahayam.